Hi guys, I'm sure you've heard by now that Representative Chris Collins, right, that's his name, Republican from New York actually, from Buffalo, New York, upstate New York, was arrested. Oh yeah, he was arrested for insider trading. So just to recap here, he was arrested for insider trading because basically he, still as a congressman, he's in the board of directors of this Australian biotech company. And if you may or may not be familiar with this, but a lot the price of the stocks related to biotech companies have a lot to do with whether a drug gets um, approved by the what is it the organ FDA, Federal Drug Administration, I believe it is the organ. So if it gets approved, then the stock goes up. Obviously, if it doesn't, the stock goes down. So he knew, because I think of his work within the government, that they hadn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is not that. Because he's in the board of directors of this company, he knew that they hadn't passed the test with the FDA, right? So, FYI, he had already acted as a salesperson, right, pushing the stock to people in Congress. Several Republican congressmen have bought the stock. So when he finds out this information, he doesn't sell his own stock himself. He calls his son, and there's evidence of the phone logs, okay, him calling the son, and the son where he talks. I don't know if he spoke directly with the father of his son's fiance. Okay, also traded the stock, meaning he sold it before it crashed. It lost, once this announcement was made, the stock lost 92% of its value. Okay, so I'm not, and this is the SEC, so it's the Securities and Exchange, right, Commission. So I don't know how you can refute that. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, that's good. It's going well, going well. Other guys, I have so much on today. You know, French women always say remove one thing. So, okay, so you know what? I don't know if I should remove. I'm not trying to remove it because it's kind of too much. But it's okay, it's drama. Now this is the minimal look, and maybe I'll put it on later. I don't know. I feel better now. It's too much. TMI. So anyway, so guys, okay. So it's a lot. So I wrote, as you know, I like writing specific questions because I find that questions are the most important thing. So I'm going to read over the questions here related to this arrest. So the question is, what does it mean? What is the signal? And one thing I wanted to say, if you saw there was an announcement by the Southern District of New York, and who was in the Southern District, the head, is George Berman. I remember I never ended up doing a reading on him, who's this guy who was actually appointed by Trump to take over from Preet Bharara, right? So anyway, so I saw that he made the announcement. Oh, Trump must have loved it. Oh yeah. So I'd like to know, what side is he on? Is he going to try to make things easier for this guy or not? Okay, since he was appointed by Trump. Okay. So what will be the outcome to his local district? Because he's up for election in November. So really, I think it looks good for him. Oh yeah. So will he win? We don't know, right? I have to ask the question. So will he win, or will a Democrat win? And then this is another big question too. Will the other Republicans who he convinced to invest in the stock also be charged? Because actually, I think so many. I believe probably not, because they actually lost a lot of money on that. Okay. He didn't tell them. He told his son. He told the other guy, but not the people. Okay. And guys, this is amazing. You know, Tom Price, who lost his job because he was staying in fancy hotels and everything, among other things. He's also one of the people who bought the stock. So, oh. Okay, so then the other question is, did Paul Ryan know he was going to be indicted? Did Mueller know he was going to be indicted? Will Chris Collins go to jail or spend time in jail? Because as you know, a lot of white-collar crimes, especially related to finance stuff, people don't go to jail. Okay, there's fines, they pay a lot of money, but they end up not. Most of them, a lot of them don't go to jail. Okay, and then did the White House know this was coming? And how does Trump feel about it? Because this guy was the first big supporter of Trump in Congress. Really? Really? Oh, only the best people. Oh yeah. So anyway, guys, the big one, okay? I have protections already. So let me ask, okay? Okay, so what is the meaning of this happening now? What does this mean? It just give me the image of the curtain coming down. Show's over, bitches. Your bullshit is over. Cut the motherfucking crap. No. It's almost like I said, they let those people kind of play around, and then it's really it shows the curtain closing, okay? That's what it shows. So it's like you had time. And I was thinking, guys, as I was watching, I left it on. I was on MSNBC. I was thinking to myself, it's almost as if Trump emboldened the corrupt to push for even more corruption. They felt like they could do anything. I can have it all. So they went ahead and did whatever. So it became even more blatant. Okay. And by the way, this isn't new, guys, because I didn't know about this. I wasn't following this, but then you can trace all these articles about how the ethics committee was after him, and it was public. This is not new. Okay. All right. So George Berman, the person who made the announcement in the Southern District of New York, what side is he on? Is it going to prosecute him fairly, in the sense that is he going to try to make things better for him because he was appointed by Trump? What's the deal here? Guys, interesting. I mean, obviously it could be wrong, right? It's just a passing question. It showed that actually he wants to earn the respect of people, of the real people. Okay, he feels that he's almost overqualified for the job, and he doesn't particularly care that Trump, he doesn't necessarily want Trump's approval. He doesn't care, and I feel like this is also telling me, guys, that he knows that there's a lot of stuff going to hit Trump. He knows that there's a lot of investigations going on, and a lot of stuff is going to drop. So he knows that it's if it was a case of one thing, but it's like so much. It's like a huge train coming, and you have a bike or something. You know what I mean? Oh, looks good. All right. So, what is the outcome to his local district? Will he win, or will he or another, or if not him, then another Republican win? Even though I think the primary has already happened, or will a Democrat win? I think a Democrat's going to win, guys, because I saw, and like I said, I think you know by now, I have this image of the election thing, people walking towards the election ballots image. So as he's walking already with handcuffed, right, because he's already been arrested. And as time progresses, I don't know if it's a woman. It could be, because I feel like I kind of see a woman getting bigger, huge, and he gets smaller, and towards, I don't know, at some point he's gonna go. When he's already tiny, he's escorted out to jail. I think he's gonna go to jail. Okay. So yeah. So I think, and I have to, I have the cards here. I don't want to do the cards necessarily, but I may do the cards for this situation about his election. But I want to go through all the questions first. Okay. All right. So, will the other Republicans who he convinced to invest in the stock also be charged as a result of this? I feel like, guys, I think it's inconclusive. Most likely no. Okay, just because I see that their names could be on things, okay, but I don't feel like, because the whole thing here, it was not that they bought the stock, but that they sold it, okay? So I don't know. I don't feel like a sense that necessarily they, because they kind of have mad at him, okay? Um, yeah, I feel like I said, I think he sold it to them, but I don't know that. I think Tom Price is corrupt in other ways, but in this particular case, I don't think that he benefited directly, no. So I think they may be named, they may be witnesses, actually. The feds may want to flip them as witnesses, okay? So they're going to have, this is the whole trap of this, that testifying, they have to tell the truth, okay? So that's what's tough. They're going to, oh yeah, tough, right? Because it's like they're so used to making up bullshit. But in this case, right, they can't, they're going to have to say, obviously, whatever it is that they know, and how the circumstances. Oh, and this is, okay, so this is, okay. So, guys, I saw they have to testify at a trial. Okay. So this is going, I see people angry again because it's like, oh my God, these people are so disgusting. They have to explain how come, knowing what they know, that they bought the stock, knowing it's not shady, like it's going to expose the mindset of those Republicans, okay? Okay, all right. So the question is, did Paul Ryan know he was going to be indicted? This guy, Chris, okay. I don't think he did, guys. Does he know? Because I feel like this whole thing with Southern District of New York, it's not connected to Washington, I don't think. Okay. Now, did Mueller know he was going to be indicted? I think yes. Yes, because I feel like it was shown that Mueller is doing a lot of cross investigations with the SEC related to trading in Bitcoin, all those things. I think so. They wanted to double check if anything since that came up, is that irrelevant in some way. So I feel like it's almost as if, yeah, I think it's like cross check. For example, there's that database. I have addiction to forensic files. So there's some database, okay, of criminals or fingerprints or something like this, okay? So they're going to check if this person is under some sort of internal. Is it internal? I don't know. I feel like there's a way here, okay? They have to go to, I don't know if there's a specific rule that they have to go to, like, the Justice Department to investigate a politician. I don't know if it's different, but I feel like he doesn't, he's like, okay, what, Mueller is like very, is very keep your eyes on the prize kind of person, okay? All right. So now the next question is, will Chris Collins go to jail? And what would be the verdict, and will he go to jail? Because these are two different things, okay? So well, I see that, I think there's going to be a trial, and it's going to be very dramatic, the trial, okay? And I see it at another 12 years or something, because it's showing that this trial is not just going to be about insider trading. It's about how a government official, somebody who was working, as actually George Berman from the Southern District of New York has said in his statement, he said, a person whose job was to craft the laws thought that the laws he was crafting were not applicable to him, right? So in the sense, it's one thing to be, let's say you're a trader and you do insider trading. Okay, that's one thing. It's one thing if you are, in some ways, you are in the board of directors of a company and you're using the government position to influence outcomes, okay? So Yeah, so, even though you can argue that, I was trying to think here. I think he knew. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think, like I said, the fact that he's a government official and not a not trader, like financial trader, okay? I think it makes it worse for him in a way, okay? All right. Okay, so I feel like I said, it's going to be one of those landmark cases. It's going to be a lot of television, a lot of tabloids, a lot of talk about what happened. Okay, lifestyle, those conversations, because he's actually supposedly very rich. He's one of the wealthiest congressmen, okay? All right. Yeah. And by the way, I see that the people, the son and the people that he sold the stock to, they're not gonna get much time, and they're not gonna get much lighter sentences, because the whole trial is gonna show that he was the mastermind behind this. Okay, he called them, he said trade, da, 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 all these things. Okay, so the other people are not gonna get as bad a deal as he will. Okay, so did the White House know this was coming? No, because I see again Trump hitting something. And he's very worried because he shows that the guy that he put in place didn't work. Okay, and I see him calling him. So why? So they call, what the hell? People are dumb again. It's like, don't call him obstruction of justice. I think he tries to find out information. And I think the guy, the George Berman guy, is very polite to him. But he knows it because, guys, when I saw this, I was like, oh, I get it. Because the whole thing, the danger about New York for these criminals is that it's a financial center. So if you've committed financial crimes, and those are the ones that carry the heaviest sentence, right, usually. So you've committed these crimes, and you can't stop it, okay? So it's very difficult. So for Trump, he knows that controlling Southern District would be a huge thing for him, but he feels like it's lost control. This is what makes him crazy, okay? He's really upset. And I feel like he's kind of like trying to find what dirt he has on this guy. He's mad. He's angry. He's angry I mean, who is not Trump's enemy? Oh my God. Seriously. Okay. So how does Trump feel right now? Yeah, like I said, he feels betrayed. He feels like they're going after, it's about him. Okay, obviously, all he thinks, they're going after me. It's a conspiracy. But I think, like I said, there's something here where that's his weakness, right? The question about finances. Like, he knows that's his weak point, and he knows that if they got this guy, they're gonna go get him. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. I feel like he's angry, but at the same time he's a bit more subdued because he knows it's like he doesn't know what to do. Okay, so that's that, guy. So okay, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna see if I do quick card reading for, like I said, I'd like to confirm just here. The only one that I think really matters to all of us is whether a like he's going to lose his district to a Democrat, and that's what I'm going to ask, okay? All right, I'm going to stop here and organize for the card reading. Hi, guys. So let's go to the cards now, okay, to discuss the issue whether Chris Collins or a Republican will maintain his seat, or if he's going to lose his seat to a Democrat. That's the only question among the questions I've addressed that I really want to double check with the cards. I saw that he does lose his seat, him or Republicans lose their seat to a Democrat. Let's double check, okay? So let's start with him here. Let's see here. Here he is. Oh my God. So, bitch. Sorry. So, oh my god, I had to like just talk to you, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Okay, guys, so here, let's start with the tarot. Okay, this is the beginning of something. This is not exactly, this is, I guess, the moment now, the explosion of this. This is a person who can't sleep. This is lack of focus or too much control. This is like kind of like the energy of winning going sideways, like excessive control, okay? Now, this is interesting. This is moving on or going somewhere, going to, could be going to jail. So changes, this is interesting because there's many financial cards, obviously. This one is related to personal finances, also part of the boss, okay? And this is fight or aggression. So there's some changes for him because he is going to have to fight some charges related to finances, because the whole thing, right, with insider trading is that he enriched himself. So this would be very much personal. So he can't sleep, he's worried. Now, interesting here because this is gossip, right? So insider trading in that sense is exactly that, talking, right? So this is also, interesting. I also sometimes forget, I see this card as financial transfers. So this is changes, right? This could be changes in the stock. They talked, there was gossip, right? So gossip made changes, and this is a deal, okay? So there was some sort of, I think, a deal in the sense of just, right, that he could talk to people and say, let's trade it, okay? That, in a way, that's a deal. They arranged something. And here we have, this is the man here. I think this could be him. That could actually be his son as well. But I think this is, let's just say that this is him because he's the male figure, the central male figure. This is loyalty, okay? So he's loyal to money, okay? Loyal to money, and he's worried. And then here, this is interesting. This is the charlatan, okay? He's exposed as a charlatan, as a fraud. Literally, fraud, literally. And then he goes to jail. I'm so sorry. Really? Yeah, oh yeah. So I wonder, if this could also be the family. With success in love, meaning it could be the, he put his family, he had the family do it. So that's that, guys. I'm trying to think here how, okay, so anything else to find out here? Yeah, long time. Serve in time. Negative surprise, yes. And then what else? What is it? Oh, this one. Okay, so yeah, unexpected money. That's right. So there was some quid pro quo situations. So he's gonna do some hard time. That's gonna be a surprise, negative surprise, because there's a lot of money involved. Okay, that he can't explain the money. So quid pro quo. You washed my hand, I washed yours. Okay, this would also, guys, indicate there is some kind of scheme too. The insider trading. This is not the first instance. So he could also be involved in other schemes of insider trading. Involved with politicians and others. The point is not to. I don't need to know more than this. It's just there's enough news going on right now. So that's what it looks like. Yeah. Oh, it looks really good for him. Oh yeah. No, it doesn't. So okay. All right. So now let's move on to the opponent. Let's say the Democrat, okay? What do things look like for the Democrat? Okay, so I'm just going to pull the cards quickly and then yeah, I think the Democrats could win, guys, okay? Because we have, I'll tell you why. So let's, here we have cast illusions, okay? So they're like, I think this talks a lot about the people who voted for him. So they're here, they look at this and they're like, what the hell? He was lying to us. This is all an illusion. Everything was bullshit. This is a card of anger a lot of times. This is also a card of the quote-unquote angry woman, but the population is angry. And this is usually a card related to women in general. It's also a card of the country. But I think in this sense could very much be related to women. Maybe the Democrat is a woman. I don't know, but that's what it looks like. this is the describes the situation. Now the news about the older man. News about the older man hit the public. Okay, become public. Hit the public. It's in society. People are talking about it. And this is financial, like some shady financial money losses, those kinds of things. And below it, I just want to show this, a lot of money gambling. Exactly this, right? So the situation that he makes money by, in some ways, gambling, by using his influence to get out of this situation. And then below him here, we have waste of time, okay? In the sense that the anger towards him means that it's a waste of time for him, okay? Because he has to go to court. Okay. So, by the way, yesterday was Mueller's. I was like, oh my God, I didn't do a reading on him. Okay. So this is visit. So something unexpected, a new person, and this is something a long time. So essentially, this shows that he either goes to prison for a long time, or this stuff has been going on for a long time. So there's people are happy. Okay. They're open to this new person. This would be the new person. Most likely a woman, somebody who embodies like their values and stuff. So just one more here. Okay, conversation. Yeah, so decisions are being made. Okay, conversations. People are talking about it essentially. They're saying that he doesn't care about us. He doesn't, right? And yeah, so that's that, guys. Okay, so tell me about the person who's going to take over. So yeah, it just showed. I think it could be a woman, could be a man. Essentially, it's showing that people are so disgusted. And this is what I said before, guys. By the way. In a very recent reading I did, I think I probably have posted here. Guys, as you know, I do so many readings, I forgot which one. But essentially, it showed that people are angry. The Trump voters are not going to be angry at the Democrats. They're going to be angry at Trump and the people they voted for, actually. There's propaganda saying there's going to be a civil war. Oh, this is the reading I did. I never posted it. So it showed that, no, actually, it's going to be against. And that's what it's showing, that people are going to be so angry at the guy that they'll be willing to try something else. It's like this person has revealed themselves to be you know what I mean? To be that. So that's that. I think the opportunities are open for whoever is not, because I sense here, guys, there's going to be a lot of anger against this guy locally, and they're gonna. Anybody who's connected to this guy, nobody is going to want to know anything about. They'll be like so pissed. Okay, so that's that. All right, so stop here.